Okay, Coach, you know, the folks in the dog pound, they live for games like this. Snowy conditions here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
First carry for James Conner. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Roethlisberger going to get this one to Conner. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ben leaves to counter on the draw, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They run with Conner. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games it led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And now it's third down.
Good. 180. Up. That's the way. 90 is a mile. I'm not ready. Hey, exit. Hurry. I'm coming for you. You mind?
To throw, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch tight end. Alert.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mayfield with it once more. And the catch made by Johnson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Gets it to Strong. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
At the 20-yard line.
Good. 180. Some got man.
And again, it's Mayfield. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield down. That's out to Chubb, complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes. You don't take the ball away.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length as they are now on the board here in the first half. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
77. 58, 58, Mike. Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Muhammad Wilkerson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Mayfield. Now he's flushed out left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives him the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Set, 180. Let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Cameron Hayward, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's the fullback. This is Roosevelt Nix. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
How did he do that? How did he do it? I mean, in this type of weather, it's not just catching it, it's seeing it coming towards it. Maybe that's why he ended up having to go up one-handed, but boy, what a catch.
That was a spectacular one-handed grab. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Check cross, check cross, check cross. Hey, echo. Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Mayfield to throw it. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right here, right here.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on
and a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
To throw, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 35.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And he's got Moncrief. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
230. Hey, alert.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Being chased out left. It's caught by Moncrief. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
20.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger will throw. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 11. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
180.
At the 14-yard line.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Mayfield looks to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
All day, every day.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2.
22, 44. Smooth. These 2. 51's Mike. Mike 51.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. And he's not going to get in as a try for 2 comes up empty. So they will be unable to cut this to a field goal as the differential remains 5. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Pistol. Hurry. Watching you five.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Right back to Connor here on 1st. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger, screen pass to Connor, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Roethlisberger now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad, 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going deep to the end zone for Juju. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. On 1st and 10 is Counter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, it's Counter. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 19-yard line. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Moncrief brings it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dante Moncrief, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. Hey, Haywood. 44. Pick it up.
Connor going to try and run it, and he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Muhammad Wilkerson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert, 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 alert.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Connor. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. I got you.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Real. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Hey, high 7.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. In there to drop him as that clock continues to run. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, alert.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
All right, now. Block 80. Mike. I want that.
Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it.
And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward,